And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Simplizio Field in Grand Junction, Colorado, the 2015 NCAA South Central Region Tournament. Tonight, CSU-Pueblo, the number 4 seed, takes on the number 6 seed St. Mary's Rattlers out of the Heartland Conference. The lineups have been announced. St. Mary's, the home team in tonight's game, is on the field, warming up. We're just about to get started here. Let's quickly take a look at the starting lineup first for CSU-Pueblo. It will be the visitors. A little bit of a different lineup today, slight changes. Leading off, we center fielder Jordan Godman, batting second, the shortstop Austin Mascaro. Batting third, the right fielder Mike Wagner. Manny Menacall, third baseman, will bat cleanup. Batting fifth, first baseman Dominic Breger. Batting sixth, the catchers Bo Sobalski. Shane Richardson, second baseman, will bat seventh. Batting eighth, designated hitter Tyler Landreth. And batting ninth will be the left fielder Lawrence Chavez. That lineup's going to go up against St. Mary's left-handed pitcher Colby Heibner. Heibner on the season, making his 4th start of the year. 15th appearance overall. He's got a 1-1 record, a 3.54 ERA. And Jordan Godman going to be the first batter to face him here, as we are now underway. First pitch to Godman in for a called strike. St. Mary's earlier today won an elimination game over the 5 seed West Texas. Is the 0-1 pitch to Godman, and he fooled on that pitch, kind of a half swing, and he's down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. St. Mary's won that game today 3-2, breaking a 2-2 tie with a run in the top of the 8th inning to eventually win. And Godman once again fooled on that pitch, swings through it, and he's down on strikes for the first out of the ball game. He's going to bring up the shortstop, Austin Mascaro. Mascaro on the season is batting .354, no home runs, 31 runs batted in. First pitch of Mascaro up high for a ball, 1-0. Heibner, left-hander from the windup, delivers the 1-0 to Mascaro, and that's in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count now on Austin Mascaro. One pitch misses and counts 2-1 now. Mike Wagner waiting on deck. The 2-1 now to Mascaro, in there for a called strike. The count's even at 2-2. Defensively for St. Mary's, on home plate, Keith Funk. First base, Jan Paul Reguero. This 2-2 pitch Mascaro is lofted out into right center field. Drifting over is the right fielder Scott Jones. He'll make the catch, and that's 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Bring up Mike Wagner. Wagner, right fielder. Hitting .397 on the year. He's got 5 home runs and 46 RBIs. Second base for St. Mary's, Mario Maldonado. As the first pitch to Wagner is chopped to third base. Charging third baseman Matt Smith. It kind of took a tricky hop as it hit the edge of the grass. He throws high to first base over the head of Reguero, and Wagner's going to go all the way to second on the play. Ball was not hit hard. Smith charged, and it didn't hop up, kind of just hit the edge of the grass, the cutout there in the dirt and the grass. Low hop on him, and then he threw it high. So they're going to give Wagner a hit And then a throwing error to allow Wagner to advance to second. So Wagner in scoring position with 2 outs for Manny Menacall, the third baseman. Menacall hitting .365 on the year with 4 home runs and 40 RBIs. First pitch to him in there for a called strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Menacall. He takes that low and away for a ball. As I said, Heibner making his 4th start of the year. He's thrown 40 2/3 innings, giving up 16 earned runs, 18 runs total on 34 hits. 13 walks, 21 strikeouts, and opponents are batting .231 against this left-hander. 1-1 to Menacall, and that's fouled off the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Manny Menacall. Heibner, a sophomore, 5'10", 170 out of Shiner, Texas. And he's ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Manny Menacall. Wagner at second base, 2 outs, top of the first inning. As Heibner was in his throwing motion, Menacall had called time at home plate just before that, so Heibner will go back to the rubber. Heibner takes a look back at Wagner, now delivers to Menacall. Menacall chops up the middle, ranging to his left is the shortstop, Derek Hamilton. He fields, throws on to first just in time to get Manny Menacall. And that'll do it for the Thunderwolves here in the top of the first inning. Packet, no runs, 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We're through half inning. It's CSU-Pueblo nothing. St. Mary's coming to bat. Bottom of the first inning, St. Mary's coming to bat. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. The batting order for St. Mary's, leading off will be the right fielder, Scott Jones. Batting second, the left fielder, Brooks Orton. Batting third, the shortstop, Derek Hamilton. A.J. Perez, the center fielder, back cleanup. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Matt Smith. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Mario Maldonado. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Jan Paul Guerrero. Batting eighth, the catcher, Keith Funk. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Jacob Marley. That lineup will face CSU-Pueblo right-hander, Tom Bevington. Bevington making just his 3rd start of the season, 16th appearance overall. He's got a 2-1 record, a 4.34 ERA. First batter to face him is the right fielder. And the first pitch from Bevington down low for a ball. Bevington started 2 weeks ago in the final regular season series against Adams State. Picked up the win in that game as the 1-0 pitch is chopped just foul down the third baseline. Came back and started last weekend in the RMAC tournament once again against Adams State. And was effective once again. That's The reason he's getting the ball here in this third game of this 2015 NCAA South Central Region Tournament. CSU-Pueblo, the only remaining undefeated team in this tournament. 1-1 pitch to Jones. He squares around as if to bunt, but pulls it back and takes a ball. 2-1 the count. Thunderwolves opened the tournament on Thursday. They were the first game of the day. Won in thrilling fashion over the 3-seed Angelo State 9-8. 2-1 pitch is grounded foul up the first base side. Counts even out 2-2. In that game against the Rams, the Pack trailed 6-1 heading into the 7th inning. Got 1 run in the 7th on a home run by Menacall. Came back and scored 5 runs in the 8th to take a 7-6 lead. 2-2 pitch to Jones, misses just a bit outside. CSU-Pueblo dugout wanted that pitch. Not going to get it, and the count's full now, 3-2. Again, in that game against Angelo State, after the Pack took a 7-6 lead in the top of the 8th, Angelo State tied it in the bottom of the 8th on a solo home run. 3-2 pitch is grounded up the middle. That's going to sneak into center field for a leadoff single for St. Mary's and Scott Jones. And that's going to bring up their left fielder, Brooks Orton. Orton batting .369 on the year with 5 home runs and 47 runs batted in. Both those 5 home runs and 47 RBIs ties the team lead in both categories. So after Angelo State tied at 7-7 in the 8th inning, the Pack scored 2 in the top of the 9th. Angelo State managed 1 in the bottom of the 9th, but weren't able to get the equalizers. The Pack held on to win 9-8. Came back yesterday, jumped out to an early 1-0 lead against West Texas A&M. Trying to bunt his way aboard is Orton. Sobolski quickly out of the box, Fields throws down a second in time to get Scott Jones. Great play by Bo Sobolski as he jumped out of his crouch, fielded that bunt, which was right in front of the plate, fires down to Mascaro at second, and just in time to nip Scott Jones. Hard slide into second by Jones, and Mascaro slow to get up, so is Jones, but they're both appear to be okay. That's going to go down as a fielder's choice for Brooks Orton. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Derek Hamilton. Hamilton hitting .332 on the year. He's got 4 home runs and 32 runs batted in. Bevington throws to first, and it's in the dirt. Gets away from Breger. Going down to second is Orton. Breger fires down there, but not in time, as Orton's going to advance on the throwing error by Thomas Bevington. And Bo Sobolski is going to go out and just try and calm Bevington down. I would tell him, let's just worry about the batter here. So runner at second base, 1 out. And shortstop Hamilton at the plate. Right-handed batter. Bevington's first pitch to Hamilton is in there for a called strike. So Bevington ahead, no balls and a strike. CSU-Pueblo wearing their red tops today with Pack and white lettering across the front of the jersey. This pitch to Hamilton is chopped foul up the third base line. Bevington way ahead now, no balls and 2 strikes. Gray pants for the Thunderwolves with the blue stripe down the side. St. Mary's in their blue jerseys, white pants with rattlers across the front of their jersey. Bevington turns to second as Richards, the second baseman, was charging in. No throwback. Hamilton scurries back to second. So Orton back to second. Hamilton at the plate, down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Bevington delivers the 0-2 pitch, and Hamilton swings through it. It's in the dirt. Cebulski tracks it down, throws down to Breger in time to retire Hamilton as he's a strikeout victim. Put out goes 2-3. And that's 2 down now in the inning. That'll bring up center fielder A.J. Perez. Perez batting .325 on the year. He's got no home runs and 26 RBIs. After kind of dealing with weather issues throughout most of the day yesterday, which pushed Thunderwolves game against West Texas until 10 o'clock. Started that game at 10, didn't finish till about 12:30 in the morning. Perez squares around the bunt, pulls back, takes a ball. It's been a beautiful day today. Got a little rain shower this morning before the first game started at noon. Then cleared up, and we've had mostly sunny skies for pretty much the majority of the day. Some white puffy clouds up there right now. A little bit cooler temperature right now, about 57 degrees. The 1-0 pitch is lined to deep right field. Going back is Wagner, and that ball is going to leave the yard. That's a 2-run home run for A.J. Perez, and just like that, St. Mary's leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Perez, it's his first home run of the season. Comes at a big time. Gives St. Mary's the early 2-0 lead. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Matt Smith. Smith batting .282 on the year. He's got 5 home runs and 47 RBIs. So packed down 2-0 now here in the first. First pitch to Smith misses. Each of the first 2 games of this tournament, CSU-Pueblo jumped on top 1-0 in the first inning of both games. But now they're trailing 2-0 here in the first. 1-0 pitch to Smith. He's low and away for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 pitch, and that misses once again. And 3-0 the count now on Smith. Well, Smith way ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. Probably be taken here. Bevington delivers, and it's in there for a called strike. So 3-1 the count now on Smith. Three-one pitch. That ball's lined out in the center field, hanging up for Godman. He dives, makes a great catch. Smith hit one that right on the screws, hung up just enough for Jordan Godman to come on and make a nice diving play, and that'll end the inning. St. Mary's does get 2 runs. They do so on 2 hits. There was 1 CSU-Pueblo error. No runners left on base. We're through 1 inning here in Grand Junction. CSU-Pueblo trails St. Mary's 2-0. Dominic Breger to start things off here for the Thunderwolves in the top of the second. Against left-hander Cole Heibner. First pitch to Breger is in there for a called strike. Breger batting .342 on the season. He's got 5 home runs and a team-leading 51 RBIs. 0-1 to Breger. That ball is hit out into the right center field gap. Coming over is the right fielder. Scott Jones diving for it, can't get it, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Dominic Breger. Well-placed hit there by Breger, right in between center fielder Perez, right fielder Scott Jones. So leadoff hit for the Pack. I'm going to bring up catcher Bo Cebulski. Cebulski moving up into the 6th hole today. Had been hitting in the 8th hole the last 2 games. But's been hitting the ball well, and Coach Sanchez moves him up into that 6th spot. Cebulski's going to call time at home plate. Cebulski batting .285 on the season. 4 home runs, 30 RBIs. Of course, one of those home runs came last night with the Thunder was trailing 2-1 in the 7th inning. Cebulski launched a 2-run shot over the left field wall to give the Pack a 3-2 lead. First pitch, Cebulski in there for a called strike. Cebulski in this tournament, 3 of 6 at the plate with 2 runs scored. He's got a double, a home run, 2 RBIs. Throw over to first. Breger back without a slide. Breger not much of a threat to steal. He's attempted it once. Was successful in that one attempt, but probably not going to go, especially with the left-handed pitcher on the mound. 0-1 to Cebulski is bounced foul up the third base line. Cebulski down the count, no balls and 2 strikes now. Breger at first base, got a leadoff single. Nobody out. First pitch to Breger, or 0-2 pitch to Cebulski, way up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. CSU-Pueblo 41-14 overall in their 7th season program history in which they've reached the 40-win mark. 1-2 pitch, Cebulski, and that ball is chopped over to third base. Fielded there, throw on to second, 1, relay to first base, and that's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. Smith, Maldonado to Reguero, and that's quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Shane Richens. Richens on the season hitting .329 with no home runs, 29 RBIs. Richens struggling so far in this tournament. He's 0 for 8. And he takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. 41 wins for CSU-Pueblo this year, most since the 2009 season. That year, the Pack won 41 games as well. 0-1 pitch to Richens, misses inside. 1-1 the count. St. Mary's coming in the game 40-15 overall. One pitch now to Richens. Takes, and that's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the senior Shane Richens. Designated hitter Tyler Landreth in the on-deck circle. Thunderwolves trailing 2-0 here in the top of the 2nd inning. 1-2 pitch to Richens, and he swings through that one. It was in the dirt, so catcher Keith Funk will pick it up, throw down to first base, and retire Richens. It's going to do it for the Pack here in the top of the 2nd inning. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and nobody left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the 2nd. St. Mary's leads 2-0. Bottom of the second inning now. Second baseman Mario Maldonado start things off for the Rattlers. Maldonado on the year hitting .293. He's got a couple home runs, 36 RBIs. Bevington back to work. Bevington again making his third start of the season. His previous two starts both came against Adams State. The first one on May 2nd, final weekend of the regular season. First pitch to Maldonado in there for a strike. In that game, Bevington won 6 innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 3. As he delivers the 0-1 pitch, Maldonado swings through that. Bevington way ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Second start of the year came last weekend here in the RMAC tournament against that same Adams State team. Bevington went 4 2/3 innings, gave up one run again, on 4 hits, walked 2, struck out 3. 0-2 pitch to Maldonado, and that's bounced up the middle. Diving attempt by Mascaro, but he's not going to get it. As that rolls into center field, that's another leadoff single for St. Mary's. That's going to bring up first baseman Jean-Paul Reguero. Reguero hitting .318 on the season. He's got no home runs, 2 RBIs. Reguero making just his 3rd start of the year. He's only got 7 hits and 22 at-bats, so not used all that often this year. But making the start here today. Squares around the bunt, bunts to the first base side. Brager fields. He's going to tag out Reguero. On the play, Maldonado will move up to second as the sacrifice is good. And that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Keith Funk. Funk batting .262. No home runs, 11 RBIs. On second base, 1 out. Bevington comes set, turns to second, no throwback. Bevington delivers the first pitch to Funk, and it's in there for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike on the right-hand batting Keith Funk. Bevington takes a look back at second, now delivers the 0-1 pitch, and that ball is lifted to right field. Going back is Wagner, still going back. On the warning track will make the catch. Tagging on the play will be Maldonado, and he will move up to third. Strong throwing by Wagner, but he was just too deep out there on the right field warning track. But 2 away now. For the 9-hole hitter, the DH, Jacob Marler. Marler hitting .270 on the season. He's got no home runs and 21 RBIs. Bevington looking to work around a leadoff hit. Try and keep this 2-0 game. Still early, bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Marler is in there for a called strike. Bevington out of the stretch. Delivers the 0-1 pitch to Marler, and that's down and away for a ball. Last night, CSU-Pueblo starter Victor Soto didn't exactly have his best stuff, but he battled and fought in order to get the win. 1-1 pitch, low and away once again. 2 balls and a strike. Soto ended up going 7 innings last night, gave up 6 hits, just 2 runs, but he struggled with his command as he walked 9 West Texas A&M batters, struck out 5, finished the game with 142 pitches. But it seemed every time he needed to get a big out, he did so. As the 2-1 pitch is chopped over towards first, Brager fields, flipped the Bevington covering. And that's going to do it for St. Mary's here in the bottom of the second. They do get a leadoff hit, but can't do anything with it. Get no runs on that one hit. There were no errors. One runner left on base. 2 complete here at Simplicio Field. CSU-Pueblo trails St. Mary's 2-0. Top of the third inning now. CSU Pueblo with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. Tyler Landreth to start things off. Landreth, the designated hitter, batting .338 on the season. He's got 1 home run, 12 RBIs. So far in this tournament, Landreth 1 for 7. Also one walk. The one hit was a key hit. Top of the 9th inning on Thursday against Angelo State as Landreth takes the first pitch down low for a ball. The game tied 7-7 at the top of the 9th. Landreth led off the 9th with a single to right field. It was pinch run for, but his pinch runner Chris Ramsey eventually came on and scored as Landreth chops that one in the hole over towards third. Nice play there by the third baseman. Matt Smith throws over in time to get Landreth, and that's 1 out here in the top of the third. Now bring up the left fielder, Lawrence Chavez. Chavez on the year hitting .317. He's got a home run, 35 RBIs. Coming off a good RMAC tournament last weekend, but he's 0 for 6 so far in this NCAA regional tournament. Trying to bunt his way aboard. Good bunt up the third base line. Fielded by the pitcher. Heimer throws over, and his throw pulls the first baseman, Reguero, off the bag, and that's going to be, let's see what they score that, and they will give Chavez a bunt single on the play. So Chavez, not exactly swinging the bat well, trying to get on any way he can, does so by laying down a bunt single. So he's a 1-out base runner now for the leadoff hitter, Jordan Godman. Godman struck out swinging his first at bat. Godman didn't exactly have good swings in his first at bat. First pitch to him. That ball swung on, hit out in the left center field gap. That is deep on the run as the center fielder dives, and what a catch. And Chavez is confused, not sure if that ball is caught or not. And he gets doubled off first base. Tremendous diving catch in the left center field gap by A.J. Perez. And Chavez, who was hung up between first and second, was looking around for a signal from the umpires to see whether or not they called it an out. And by the time he realized it was an out, he gets doubled off first base. Head coach Stan Sanchez out to have word with the second base umpire. But as it stands, it's a double play, 8-4-3 the put out at first base. So Packard, no runs on 1 hit. No errors, nobody left in the third. We're heading to the bottom of the third inning. St. Mary's leads 2-0. Bottom of the third inning, St. Mary's at the top of the order due up against Thomas Bevington. Coach Sanchez had a long talk with the second base umpire, but only headed back towards the dugout. Scott Jones singled his first at bat. Earlier today, Jones went 2 for 4 against West Texas. And in St. Mary's first game of the tournament, he had 1 for 5 against top seed Colorado Mesa. First pitch to Jones, low and away for a ball. So again, that ending to the top of the third inning, a little bit odd. Gottman hit that one well into the gap in left center, but nice diving play by Perez. And Jones smokes that one into deep left field. Chavez giving chase. That ball is going to be out of here. Second home run of the game for St. Mary's. A solo home run to start this third inning by Scott Jones. And the Rattlers now lead it 3-0. That ball just got out over the 365 sign in left center field. And that'll bring up left fielder Brooks Orton. Orton attempted to lay down a sacrifice bunt, his first at bat, but Sobalski was jumped on it quickly, threw down a second to get the out there. So a fielder's choice, first at bat for Orton. Bevington's first pitch to him in there for a called strike. CSU-Pueblo certainly not unfamiliar with trailing in this tournament. They've trailed in both games, late in both games. 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball. Trailed 6-1 in the seventh, and then 6-2 going to the eighth inning on Thursday against Angelo State. And trailed 2-1 going to the seventh inning yesterday. Last night / this morning, depending how you want to look at it, against West Texas. Came back to win both as Orton rolls it out to second base. Richens up with it, throws on to first. And that's one out here in the bottom of the third inning. So the Packs certainly have comeback potential. And they're going to have to do so again today, trailing 3-0. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Shortstop Derek Hamilton now at the plate. Hamilton struck out swinging in his first at bat. Bevington delivers, and the first pitch to Hamilton, low and away for a ball. Defensively for CSU-Pueblo, Bo Sobalski behind home plate. First base, Dominic Breger. Second base, Shane Richens. Shortstop, Austin Mascaro. Third base, Manny Menacall. As the 1-0 pitch is bounced out to shortstop, Mascaro's got it. Throws over in time to get Hamilton. 2 outs now in the inning. That'll bring up A.J. Perez, the center fielder. Playing left field for the Pack, Lawrence Chavez. Center field, Jordan Gottman. In right field, Mike Wagner. Perez is one of the 2 home runs so far on the day for St. Mary's. A 2-run home run to right field back in the first inning. His first home run of the year. First pitch to him, misses for a ball. And Scott Jones with that leadoff home run in this inning, also his first home run of the year. So a couple guys who don't normally hit the ball out of the yard have done just that. Provide the offense here early for St. Mary's. Pitch to Perez is lined out towards left field. Lawrence Chavez will track that down toward the left center field gap, and that will do it for St. Mary's here in the bottom third. They get 1 run on 1 hit, the solo home run by Scott Jones. No errors, no runners left on base. We're through three innings. St. Mary's leads CSU-Pueblo 3-0. Shortstop Austin Mascaro to lead things off for CSU-Pueblo here in the top of the fourth innings. They trail 3-0. Mascaro 0 for 1 on the day. He flied out the right, his first at bat. First pitch to him. Missed for a ball. Left-hander Cole Heibner on the hill for the Rattlers. Next pitch to Mascaro is in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count now. 1-1 pitch, and Mascaro fouls it back into the screen. He's behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mascaro hitting .352 on the season. So far in this tournament, he's 2 for 6, a couple runs scored. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. He's also got 2 RBIs, so good tournament so far for Austin Mascaro. Waits the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped out in the shallow right field, going out. Second baseman Maldonado. He'll be called off by the right fielder Scott Jones, and Jones makes the catch for the first out here in this fourth inning. Bring up Mike Wagner. Wagner reached on an infield single in his first at bat. A slow chopper to third. Was able to beat out the throw, and then the throw from third baseman Matt Smith sailed over the head of Guerrero. So Wagner, ended up at second base. First pitch to Wagner misses for a ball. Next pitch to Wagner, lined out to left field. Hit hard, but it's going to be right at the left fielder, Brooks Orton, as he says to make a few steps towards his left. And Wagner's retired. That hard hit. Line drive to left field. So 2 down now in the inning. They'll bring up third baseman Manny Menacall. Menacall grounded out to short in his first at bat. Menacall's been the Thunderwolves' best hitter so far in this tournament. He's 4 for 7. First pitch to him in there for a strike. He's got 2 doubles, a home run, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. So a good tournament so far for Manny Menacall. The 0-1 pitch to him. Swung on. That's hit out to third base. Fielded there by Smith. Throw over. He's going to pull off the first baseman, Guerrero. Attempts to tag Menacall as he goes by, but unable to get him. So that's going to be a throwing error on the third baseman, Matt Smith. And Menacall's a 2-out base runner now for the first baseman, Dominic Breger. Breger singled his first at bat, line one out in the right center field gap, right in between Perez and Jones. So let's see if CSU-Pueblo can capitalize on that error. First pitch to Breger is in there for a called strike. Breger in this tournament, 2 for 7. He does have 5 RBIs and a 3-run home run in the 8th inning of Thursday's game. And he had a big 2-run single last night. Next pitch to him, rolled out in the hole. Nice play there by the second baseman. Second baseman Maldonado, nice sliding play, but his throw to first base is going to pull off Guerrero again. And we'll see what they score that. And they will give a throwing error on the second baseman Maldonado. So back-to-back errors on the St. Mary's infield. And CSU-Pueblo now with first and second and 2 outs. And the catcher, Bo Sobalski, coming to the plate. It was a good play by Maldonado. Nice sliding play in the hole.
But Breger doesn't run all that well, and he definitely had time to make the throw and just threw it wide of the bag, pulled Guerrero off. So Guerrero's been kept to stay on his toes over first base as his infielders aren't exactly making accurate throws so far here in the early going. Let's see if the Pack can capitalize. Cebulski takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. Cebulski hit into a 5-4-3 double play in his first at bat. The 0-1 pitch is up high for a ball. 1-1 the count. Richens, second baseman on deck. The 1-1 to Cebulski, and he takes. And it's in there for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2 on Cebulski. One-two pitch, swung on and fouled back and out of play. Cebulski stays alive at 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch on the way to Cebulski, and nope, Cebulski's going to call it time as Heimner was taking too much time out on the mound. He was looking back at Menacall at second base, but nobody's really covering the bag. Menacall doesn't have all that big of a lead. Now the 1-2 to Cebulski, and he fouls it back. Cebulski hanging in there. Cebulski on the season batting .314 with runners in scoring position. That is above his season average of .283. And the 1-2 pitch, and he lays off that pitch down low, and the count's even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Menacall at second, Breger at first. Both reached on throwing errors. Menacall reached on air by the throwing air by the third baseman. Breger reached on air, throwing air by the second baseman. 2-2 to Cebulski. Swung on, hit hard, but speared by the third baseman, Smith. Snatches that line drive out of the air, and that'll do it for CSU-Pueblo here in the 4th inning. No runs in that half inning. No hits. 2 St. Mary's errors. 2 runners left on base for the Pack. We're heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. St. Mary's leads 3-0. Heading to the bottom of the 4th inning now. St. Mary's has the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up against Bevington. Matt Smith to start things off for the Rattlers. Smith. Lined out to center field, and a nice diving catch by Jordan Godman. That ended the 1st inning. Bevington always works from the stretch, delivers the first pitch to Smith. That's rolled. Nice play there by Menacall. Goes to his knees to pick that one in the hole, throws on to first base in time.
to get Smith. That's 1 out of 1 pitch here in the 4th inning. We're going to bring up the second baseman, Mario Maldonado. Maldonado singled up the middle in his first at bat. First pitch from Bevington, in there for a called strike. CSU-Pueblo making their 9th appearance all-time in the NCAA tournament. Pack are 11-17 overall in those 9 appearances. 0-1 pitch to Maldonado is down low for a ball. St. Mary's making their 7th tournament appearance. They are 17-13 coming into the tournament. Now, after 2-1 records so far, are 18-14. Excuse me, 19-14. 1-1 pitch, swung on a miss by Maldonado, and Bevington ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. These two teams are playing for this against each other for the 6th time in the series history. 1-2 pitch, and Maldonado lays off that slider low and away. 2-2 the count. St. Mary's has won 4 out of the previous 5 meetings between these two teams. This will be the 3rd time they've squared off in the NCAA regional tournament, and St. Mary's has won both of those. Bevington delivers a 2-2 pitch. Slider low and away once again, and Maldonado holds off. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. St. Mary's is 6th seed. Opened the tournament with an upset win over top seed Colorado Mesa on Thursday night. 3-2 pitch to Maldonado is bounced out to second. Easy play, Shane Richens. He fields. Throws on to first, and that's 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Now to bring up first baseman Jan Paul Reguero. Reguero laid down a sacrifice bunt in his first plate appearance. St. Mary's then lost yesterday to Angelo State in a close ball game. Pitch to Reguero, up the middle, diving attempt by Mascaro. He's not going to get it. Richens dives right behind him, knocks it down. And it's going to be an infield single for Reguero. Mascaro's slow to get up as he limping a little bit. It's like he's just going to walk it off. 2-out single for Reguero. That's going to bring up the catcher, Keith Funk. Funk flied out to right field. His first at bat. Hit it pretty well, but Wagner was able to track it down about a step or 2 onto the warning track. And then this morning, St. Mary's came back. Knocked off West Texas A&M 3-2. First pitch to Funk is in there for a strike. And that puts them in this game up against the Thunderwolves, who are 2-0 so far in the tournament. Winner of this game will be placed directly into the championship game tomorrow. The Pack wins, St. Mary's will be eliminated. St. Mary's wins, the Thunderwolves will play tomorrow at noon against Angelo State. Angelo State, in the game before ours, knocked off and eliminated top seed Colorado Mesa. On 1 the count here on Funk. Reguero at first base. 0-1 pitch in there, called strike 2.
So again, the Thunderwolves win. They're in the championship game tomorrow against Angelo State. If they lose, they still play Angelo State. But would have to beat them and then St. Mary's to win this regional title. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Good block by Sobalski. Keeps it in front of him. And Reguero will stay put at first base. So either way, the Pack playing tomorrow against Angelo State at noon. Bevington steps off, takes a look back at first base. Reguero back. Reguero has not attempted a stolen base this year. He's a big guy, so I can't imagine he's going to be going anywhere. 1-2 pitch, and Funk hits it back up the middle. That's going to sneak into center field, a base hit. Reguero will stop at second base. And back-to-back two-out singles for St. Mary's. As runners at first and second base now for the number 9 hole hitter, Jacob Marler. Marler 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat. And time is going to be called as head coach Stan Sanchez will make his way out to the mound. CSU-Pueblo with bullpen action. They've got right-hander Colby Reimer and left-hander Kevin McGarry up and throwing. Sanchez hasn't made a wave yet. It looks like he's also checking on the health of Mascaro. Last night, Sanchez let Victor Soto go. Sanchez went out and had multiple meetings with him, but let him go 7 innings, and Soto ended up getting the win, and that's going to do it for Bevington. Is they're going to bring in left-hander Kevin McGarry to face the left-handed batting Jacob Marler. So Bevington's night is done. New pitcher for the Thunderwolves will be left-hander Kevin McGarry. We'll take a look at McGarry's numbers after a quick break. Left-hander Kevin McGarry, new pitcher for CSU-Pueblo. This is the role that McGarry has filled all season. Comes in a lefty-lefty situation. McGarry making his team-leading 29th appearance of the season. He's got a 1-1 record on the year, 1.69 ERA. He's got 10 2/3 innings pitched. And at 3 runs, 2 earned on 6 hits. He's walked 8, struck out 12. Facing the left-handed batting Jacob Marlowe, the designated hitter. St. Mary's has runners at first and second base with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pack trailing 3-0, and head coach Stan Sanchez is playing situational ball here, playing the matchups, trying to keep this a 3-run game. First pitch to Marler is down low for a ball. Colby Reimer still throwing for CSU-Pueblo. He'll more than likely come in if McGarry's not able to get this out or to start the 5th inning. Reimer, a bit of a long reliever, was a starter at the beginning of the season. He's made 9 starts this year. 1-0 pitch is way upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes on Marler. Marler, a .268 batting average on the season. Like McGarry just to throw strikes here. Force Marlar to put it in play. 2-0 pitch. Marlar squares around the bunt, pulls back. Cebulski's going to try to throw down to second. And diving back in is Reguero. So the count's 3 balls and no strikes on Marlar. Top of the lineup, Scott Jones on deck. Jones 2 for 2. Homered in his last at bat. Gary turns, throws back to second as Mascaro's coming in to cover the bag. Then Reguero back in, head of the throw. Looks like some words exchanged at second base between Mascaro and Reguero, and second base umpire tells him to calm it down. 3-0 the count on Marlar, 3-0 pitch. And McGarry gets it in there for a called strike, 3-1. McGarry takes a look back at second, delivers a 3-1 pitch. In there, called strike 2. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And with 2 outs, the runners at first and second will be running on the pitch. McGarry has his sign come set, delivers the 3-2 pitch. The ball's popped up out in the shallow left field towards the line. Chavez will make the catch. And St. Mary's is retired here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They get no runs on 2 hits. No CSU-Pueblo errors, 2 runners left on base. We're through 4 innings here in Grand Junction. St. Mary's leads the Thunderwolves 3-0. Heading to the top of the 5th inning now. CSU-Pueblo trailing 3-0. Bottom 3 hitters in the order due up for the pack. Shane Richens will start it off. Richens 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at bat. Richens struggled so far in this tournament, 0 for 9. First pitch to him, line drive, base hit into right field. So as soon as I say that, Shane Richens lines the first pitch from Heibner into right field, and the Thunderwolves have a leadoff base runner here in the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Tyler Landreth. Landreth grounded out to third his first at bat. CSU-Pueblo has come behind each of the first 2 games of this series. See if they have another comeback in them. Leadoff runner here on the 5th. First pitch to Landreth is up and in for a ball. Richens takes the lead off first base. Richens, perfect 8 for 8 on stolen base attempts this year. 1-0 to Landreth is in there for a called strike. Throw to first base. Richens back without a slide. As a team this season, CSU-Pueblo 71 of 89 on stolen base attempts. 1-1 to Landreth is inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike now. 31 of those 71 steals come from legs of Jordan Godman. Godman led the conference in that category this year. Throw to first base. Richens once again back easily. So 2-1 the count now on Landreth. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit out there. 2-1 pitch is fouled back. Looks like it's blowing out towards left field now. Dimensions hits Plesio Field, 302 down the left field line. They got 16-foot high wall from the 302 mark till it fans out to 335. 2-2 pitch to Landreth. Line drive, base hit into right field. Richens will stop at second base, and back-to-back singles for the Thunderwolves. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. And that'll bring up Lawrence Chavez, the left fielder. Chavez bunted his way on in his first at bat. Again, dimensions 365 in the gap. It's in the left center field gap. 410 deep in the left center field gap. 400 to straightaway center. 340 to right center and 330 down the right field line. Chavez squares around a bunt, pulls back, and takes a ball. Jordan Godman, the leadoff hitter, on deck. Chavez looks down at third base coach Mike Massaro for his sign. See if he's going to lay down a sacrifice bunt. Eibner taking a long time looking in for his sign, and Chavez is going to call time. Chavez back in the box now. Richens at second, Landreth at first, nobody out for CSU-Pueblo. Going to throw back to second, and Richens gets back in ahead of the throw. So Chavez, the scoreboard's showing 2-2, but should be 1-0. And Chavez once again squares, pulls back. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. We got 3-2. And time is called at home plate. I think they have confusion about what the count is. Scoreboard shows 3-2, but they never changed the count, cleared the count after Landreth was up there. Count should be 2 balls and no strikes. And the umpires are going to talk about it. This should be something that the home plate umpire has and shouldn't be an issue. Can't believe we're at 3-2. They're back. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. We were correct. Haven't changed. Now they'll get it right on the scoreboard. So 2 on the count on Lawrence Chavez. Chavez attempting to bunt and pops it straight up. And they're going to call interference on Chavez, as Chavez didn't get out of the way of the catcher, Funk, as he tried to make the catch on that pop-up. So Chavez is going to be called out on batter interference, and they're going to send Richens back to second and Landreth back to first. So 1 out now. And Jordan Godman, the leadoff hitter, coming to the plate. Godman is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging and then lined out to center on a nice diving catch by center fielder A.J. Perez. It was back in the 3rd inning. March Chavez got doubled off on that play. First pitch to Godman is low for a ball. Godman at average at 384 on the season. Good hitter with runners in scoring position, batting .444 on the year. Thunderwolves could use a big hit from him right here. Trailing 3-0, we're in the top of the 5th. One 0 to Godman, and he swings through it. Count even now, the ball and a strike. No runs on 5 hits, 1 error so far for CSU-Pueblo. They've left 3 runners on base. 3 runs on 6 hits, 3 errors for St. Mary's. They've also left 3 runners on board. 1-1 to Godman is in there for a called strike, and he's down 1 ball and 2 strikes. All 3 of the St. Mary's runs come via the long balls, a 2-run home run back in the 1st inning by A.J. Perez, and then a solo home run in the 3rd by right fielder Scott Jones. 1-2 to Godman. In the dirt, Godman swings through it, and he's retired now for the 2nd out of the inning. That's going to be up to Austin Mascaro, the shortstop, to try and not get a run here. 2 singles to right field to lead off the inning for CSU-Pueblo, but Richens still at second. Landers still at first. 2 outs now for Mascaro. Mascaro 0 for 2. A couple fly outs to right field. And was trying to break through against left-handed pitching Cole Heibner. Heibner making just his 4th start of the year. First pitch to Mascaro in there for a called strike. He's been pretty effective so far against the Pack. Landers leads off of first. Richens off of second. 0-1 pitch to Mascaro. Swung on, chopped to third. Right at Smith will field it on a hop and step on third base to retire Richens. And that'll do it for CSU-Pueblo here on the 5th. They get a couple leadoff singles, but can't push them across. So no runs on 2 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. CSU-Pueblo trails St. Mary's 3-0. Kevin McGarry will stay in on the mound for CSU-Pueblo. He's going to face the leadoff hitter Scott Jones for St. Mary's here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So McGarry usually only comes in to face for a lefty-on-lefty matchup First pitch to Jones is low for a ball, but Gary going to hang in there. The 1-0 pitch to Jones in there, called strike 2. Excuse me, strike 1. 1-1 the count now. Now the 1-1 pitch to Jones is line drive, base hit up the middle. So leadoff single for Scott Jones. He's now 3 for 3 on the day. I'm going to bring up left fielder Brooks Orton. Orton's 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice. His first at bat. And then grounded out to second in his last at bat back in the 3rd inning. First pitch to Orton is up high for a ball. And Gary's longest outing of the season came back on March 28th, first game of a doubleheader against Colorado Christian. And Gary threw 1 1/3 innings in that game. Time called at home plate. Looks like Orton maybe got a little dust in his eyes. Steps out, clears it out. And now he's back in. Gary's going to throw to first, and Jones wasn't too far off the bag, so he'll just get back without a throw. The 1-0 pitch to Orton has popped up a mile high. Foul territory, third base side. Medical over near the St. Mary's dugout will have room. And he makes the catch, and Orton retired for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up shortstop Derek Hamilton. And that's also going to bring out head coach Stan Sanchez. He's going to make the move to the bullpen and bring in the right-hander Colby Reimer. Sanchez making the way out to the mound, and Colby Reimer will make his way out of the bullpen to replace Kevin McGarry. So pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th inning for CSU-Pueblo. Take a quick break, come back with Reimer's numbers right after this. Right-hander Colby Reimer, new pitcher for CSU-Pueblo. Reimer, senior, out of St. George, Utah. Reimer making his 17th appearance of the year. He made 9 starts earlier this year, but he's been used out of the bullpen here in the latter part of the season. He's got a 5-0 record of 5.05 ERA. So 51 2/3 innings. He's given up 29 earned runs, 34 runs total on 54 hits, 33 strikeouts, and 26 walks. Opponent's batting .280 against Reimer. Reimer comes in. First batter to face him is shortstop Derek Hamilton. Hamilton 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out swinging in the first, grounded out to short in the third inning. Reimer throws over to first base, and Jones dives back in safely. St. Mary's leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch to Hamilton is up for a ball, 1-0 to count. Reimer has his sign, comes set. Quick throw over to first, and in the dirt, and thankfully it hit Jones, or that ball would have skipped past Brager. Brager didn't have a chance to get that one, but it bounced off of Jones. So he'll still be at first base. 1-0 pitch now to Hamilton. He takes a called strike. Snap throw by Sobalski down to first, and Jones is back safely. A 1-1 the count now on Hamilton. Hamilton was squaring around the bunt on that, but he pulled it back and took the strike. Reimer will step off. And Jones back to first. Jones has only attempted 4 steals on the year. He was successful in all 4 of those attempts. The 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike. And Reimer ahead now, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hamilton. The 1-2 pitch now, down low for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the winner of this game will advance to the championship game of this South Central Region tournament. Two-two pitch, swung on, hit to first base, and that's going to be just foul. Good play by Brager, but he made the stop just wide of first base, so the count will stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. CSU-Pueblo 2-0 so far in this tournament, so even if they lose, they'll still play tomorrow. And that game will take place at noon against Angelo State. If the Pack wins, St. Mary's will be eliminated from the tournament. 2-2 pitch, low for a ball. Gets away from Sobalski, but not far enough for Jones to advance to second. So if the Pack win, they will play Angelo State for the championship tomorrow, and Angelo State would need to beat CSU-Pueblo twice. If St. Mary's wins, Thunderwolves will still play Angelo State, but would need to beat Angelo State and then St. Mary's in the championship game. Jones running on the pitch, and then the ball is fouled at home plate. Looks like it caught Hamilton on the foot or the leg somewhere, and he's going to take a long walk out of the batter's box. Shake that one off. He's back in the box now. 3-2 the count. Reimer, quick throw to first, and once again, throw is down low. Brager was able to knock it down as Jones dives back in. Three-two pitch with Jones running again. That ball is flying out in the left center field. Chavez giving chase. So it's Godman. It's going to drop in between them. Around to third base will be Jones, and into second with a 1-out double is Derek Hamilton. And St. Mary's now with runners at second and third in 1 out. And that's going to bring up A.J. Perez, the center fielder. Perez 1 for 2. He had a 2-run home run back in the first inning. And flying out to the left to end the third. CSU-Pueblo already trailing 3-0. Can't afford to give up too many more here. So we're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Pack. Look like they might bring the infield in, but Medicall is on the edge of the grass at third. And they're going to intentionally walk A.J. Perez. Perez, left-handed batter. Matt Smith, a right-handed batter, on deck, and looks like they're going to load the bases, possibly set up a double play opportunity. It's the third pitch, sails wide to Perez. Smith on the day is 0 for 2. As there is ball 4. So bases loaded now for St. Mary's. 1 out in the inning. Smith tied for the team lead in home runs with 5. Also tied for the team lead in RBIs with 47. So good hitter. 279 batting average. But is a run producer. First pitch to him is down low for a ball. So Pack at double play depth. Love to turn 2 and get out of this inning with no runs given up. Reimer delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that's at the knees for a called strike. 1-1 now on Smith. Jones at third, or Hamilton at second, and Perez at first. As the 1-1 pitch misses. 2-1 the count now on Smith. Certainly nowhere to put him. So Reimer's got to throw strikes. A 2-1 pitch. That ball is hit in the hole, and that's going to get through for a base hit into right field. Mike Wagner up with it. 2 runs are going to score, and they've got Perez caught at third base. They'll get him out. So on the play, Jones scores, as does Hamilton. They get Perez at third. Put out goes 9-6-5. And Smith goes up to second. So it's now 5-0 St. Mary's lead. And the second baseman, Mario Maldonado, will come to the plate. Maldonado 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch to him, in there for a called strike. Reimer has a sign, delivers the 0-1 pitch, and that's down low for a ball. 9 hits in the game for St. Mary's. CSU-Pueblo with 5 hits. Thunderwolves were also down by 5 runs on Thursday against Angelo State. We're able to come back and win that as that ball's hit hard out to Mascaro. Good play on a tough hop by Austin Mascaro. Throws on to first base in time to get Maldonado, and that'll do it for St. Mary's. But they do get 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits. No CSU-Pueblo errors, 1 runner left on base. 5 innings complete. CSU-Pueblo trails St. Mary's 5-0. Top of the sixth inning now. Defensive substitution for St. Mary's. Coming in to play first base will be number 17, Joe Hermson. Mike Wagner start things off here in the sixth for the Thunderwolves. Wagner 1 for 2. Single in the first and hit the ball hard, but it was right at the left fielder. Orton back in the fourth. First pitch to Wagner. He rolls it out to shortstop. Picked up there by Hamilton. Throws on in time to retire Wagner, and that's 1 out here in the sixth. And bring up Manny Menacall. Menacall 0 for 2. Grounded out to shortstop in the first inning. And then reached on a throw-in error by the third baseman Smith back in the fourth. First pitch to Menacall. And there for a called strike. Again, Thunderwolves trailed 5-0 against Angelo State Thursday. It was heading into the seventh inning. Excuse me, they trailed 6-1. They were down 5 runs. 0-1 pitches upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Menacall. Pack were able to rally. 8 runs in the final 3 innings. See what they can do something similar here in this game as Menacall hits that one out to shortstop. Hamilton has been busy in this inning. He throws on to first base, and Menacall retired for the second out. And that'll bring up first baseman Dominic Breger. Breger 1 for 2. He singled in the second inning, then reached on a throw-in error by second baseman Maldonado in the fourth inning. First pitch to Breger, swung on and missed. CSU-Pueblo has right-hander Tyler Rich up and throwing in their bullpen. 0-1 to Breger, and that's chopped softly right back to the pitcher, Heibner. He fields and tosses to first base, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Cole Heibner. Pack go down in order here in the sixth. We're going to the bottom of the inning with St. Mary's leading at 5-0. Joe Hermanson, who entered the game as a defensive substitution in the top of this inning. He'll lead it off here in the bottom of the sixth against Colby Reimer. Reimer remains in the game. Hermanson on the year is batting just .196. No home runs, 7 RBIs. So clearly in there more for his defense. Reimer, first pitch to Hermanson. In there for a called strike. Hermanson with just 19 hits and 97 at-bats this year. 0-1 pitch, and there called strike 2. Reimer way ahead now. No balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch. That ball's chopped over to third. Menacall has it. Long throw over. Not going to be in time. Hermanson beats that one out. Menacall did everything he could, but a high chopper. And Hermanson's able to beat out the throw. So leadoff single for St. Mary's, and that'll bring to the plate catcher Keith Funk. Funk's 1 for 2 on the day. He flat out to right field in the second and singled up the middle in the fourth. Squares around the bunt, lays it down. Reimer fields. He'll throw on to first. And Funk is retired for the first out on the play. Hermanson down to second base. So sacrifice successful, 1-3 on the putout. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Jacob Marlar. Marlar on the day 0 for 2. Ground out and a fly out. Reimer takes a look at second, delivers the first pitch to Marlar, and that misses for a ball. Thunderwolves can't afford to give up too many more runs, trailing 5-0. Here, 6th inning, the Pack with 3 more at-bats left. The 1-0 pitch is in the dirt. Stopped by Sobalski. So 2-0 the count now on Marlar. The 2-0 pitch. And he just missed with that one. CSU-Pueblo fans and dugout don't like that call. 3-0 the count now on Marlar. Leadoff hitter Scott Jones on deck. 3-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. And Jones has had a real good day so far. It's 3 for 3, a couple singles. And a home run, 2 runs scored. 3-1 pitch, in there, called strike 2. Reimer's worked it back now to full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch, and Marlar swung on a miss. He chased the high fastball, and Reimer gets the strikeout. So 2 down in the inning for leadoff hitter Scott Jones. As I said, Jones 3 for 3. Two singles and a solo home run. That home run, it was his first of the year. First pitch to him. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Reimer takes a look back at second. Delivers the 0-1 pitch. Jones tried to bunt his way aboard. Good bunt up the third base line. Reimer fields, bare hands, throws, and not in time. Nice play by Colby Reimer. I didn't think he was even going to have a throw, but he barehanded, fired to first. And Scott Jones just beat out the throw. So that'll put runners at the corners as Hermanson moves to third on the play. And Brooks Orton will be the batter. Orton's 0 for 3. Time is going to be called as Bo Sobalski, the catcher, wants to have a word with Reimer. Tyler Rich still throwing in the Thunderwolves bullpen, and left-hander Jake Bush also up and throwing. And with the left-handed batting, Brooks Orton coming to the plate, Sanchez is going to make his way to the mound and going to bring in the left-handed throwing Jake Bush. So we're going to have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th inning. St. Mary's has runners at the corners, 2 outs. Jake Bush will be the new pitcher for CSU-Pueblo. We'll take a look at his numbers after this short little pause. So left-hander Jake Bush will be the new pitcher for CSU-Pueblo. Bush making his 13th appearance on the season. No decisions, a 3.86 ERA. He's thrown just 7 innings. He's given up 3 runs, all of them earned on 7 hits. 5 walks and 1 strikeout. Opponents are batting .292 against the senior. Daniel Vigil is in to play shortstop for the Thunderwolves. Missed that change earlier. But Vigil in to replace Austin Mascaro, who he got banged up on a couple different plays, and Vigil now in to play short. Vigil, good defensive infielder. So he's in for Mascaro. So Jake Bush to face left-handed batting Brooks Orton. And Orton 0 for 3 on the day. Same areas with the runners at the corners. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Already leading 5-0. And Jake Bush's job is to keep it a 5-run game. First pitch to Orton is bounced foul up the first base side. So Bush ahead, no balls and a strike. Bush is going to throw to first base, and back without a throw will be Jones. Jones is at first, and Hermanson at third base. Hermanson reached on an infield single to lead off this inning. And Jones just laid down a bunt single, and that ball is smoked by Orton, foul out on the first base line. It's like Bush hung that breaking pitch a bit, and Orton just out in front of it lines it foul. So 0-2 the count now. Bush way ahead, looking to get out of this inning. The 0-2 pitch, and that is high for a ball. Orton looked like he wanted to go after it, but held up. So count 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Orton, who's hitting .354 on the season. Coming in the game was batting .369, which tops on the team. The 1-2 pitch, and it's fouled up out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Brooks Orton. Tyler Rich still throwing for CSU-Pueblo. Another right-hander, bodacious ball, also up and warming for the Pack. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Bush. And that ball is popped into right field. Over in foul ground is Mike Wagner, now back towards the foul line. Slips, but is able to hang on, make the catch. And Mike Wagner puts it away. And Jake Bush does his job. And St. Mary's is retired here in the bottom of the sixth. They get no runs on 2 hits. No CSU-Pueblo errors. 2 runners left on base. We're heading to the 7th inning. CSU-Pueblo trails 5-0. Top of the 7th inning now. CSU-Pueblo down 5-0. These late innings is when the Pack have come alive offensively. We'll see if they can do it again here today. Sobalski to start things off. He's 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch to Sobalski is outside for a ball. Cole Heibner's still in there. Heibner only had 67 pitches on the day through the first 6 innings. 1-0 pitch is low for ball. 2-0. Sobalski has done all right in the 7th inning so far. He hit a 2-run home run last night in the 7th inning to put the Pack in front 3-2 against West Texas. The 2-0 pitch is popped straight up behind home plate. Catcher Funk will make the play over near the CSU-Pueblo dugout, and Sobalski is retired for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Shane Richens. Richens 1 for 2. He singled into right field his last at bat. That was his first hit of this tournament. First pitch to Richens is in there for a called strike. Heibner delivers the 0-1 pitch, and Richens fouls it back into the padding behind home plate. So he's down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. DH Tyler Landreth waiting on deck. The 0-2 pitch to Richens, and he just gets a piece of it, fouls it back. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Bodacious ball, the only one throwing in the Thunderwolves bullpen now is Richens. Fouls that one off once again, stays alive. Still no bullpen action for St. Mary's. Heibner's been really good here through the first 6 1/3 innings. Pack 5 hits so far against this left-hander. The 0-2 pitch is way upstairs for a ball, and the count's 1-2. Heibner with good command has not walked a batter yet as Richens fouls that 1-2 pitch off again. hanging in there. Thunderwolves have done a good job after chasing Angelo State starter Steve Neymark on Thursday. They lit up the Rams bullpen. 1-2 pitch is inside. Count even out 2-2 on Richens. And then also were able to get some runs off of the West Texas bullpen last night. So Pack will look to wear down Heibner here and maybe get into the St. Mary's pen. 2-2 pitch to Richens is fouled off again. The Rattlers do have a guy starting to throw down in their bullpen. It looks like number 34, Garrett McKenzie. Two-two pitch on the way to Richens. Bounced it way up there. Hit good 5 feet in front of home plate. And so the count full now on Shane Richens. Good at bat here by the second baseman. It's down on the count 0-2. It's fouled off a handful of pitches and has worked the count full. 3-2 pitch on the way to Richens. Swung on. That's lofted out in the right field. Coming on is right fielder Scott Jones. He'll make the catch, and that's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. That'll bring up the DH, Tyler Landreth. Landreth is 1 for 2. Grounded out to third in the 3rd inning, and then singled back in the 5th. Then was maybe trying to get something going here with 2 outs. As they need base runners, trailing 5-0. First pitch on the way to Landreth. On the inside corner for a called strike. CSU-Pueblo dugout. Cheering on Landreth, and he's way behind that 0-1 pitch. So he's down the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch now to Landreth. Swung on. That's popped up down the right field line. That'll get foul out of play. Rich is up and throwing again in the CSU-Pueblo bullpen. I'm guessing he will more than likely be the new pitcher for CSU-Pueblo in the bottom half of this inning. 0-2 pitch to Landreth is fouled off the right side once again. Count still no balls and 2 strikes on the DH Tyler Landreth. The 0-2 is down low. 1-2 the count now. One-two pitch to Landreth, swung on, and that's flying into shallow center field. Going out is the second baseman, Maldonado. He'll make the catch, and the Thunderwolves go down in order here in the top of the 7th. Stretch time here at Simplesio Field. St. Mary's leads CSU-Pueblo 5-0. Tyler Rich, new pitcher for CSU-Pueblo here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rich, right-hander, junior out of Colton, California, making his 26th appearance of the year. He's got a 4-1 record, a 4.45 ERA. He's thrown 28 1/3 innings, giving up 14 runs, all of them earned on 39 hits, 22 strikeouts, 12 walks. Opponents are batting .348 against Rich. First batter to face him with the shortstop, Derek Hamilton. Hamilton's 1 for 3 on the day. He had a double in his last at bat. That was back in the 5th. Rich, working out of the stretch, delivers the first pitch to Hamilton. That's in there for a called strike. St. Mary's leads 5-0. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Oh, 1 pitch to Smith is low. 1-1 the count now. Excuse me, on Hamilton. One now. And that's low for a ball. 2-1 the count. On Derek Hamilton. Rich delivers the 2-1 pitch now, and that's way upstairs, and the count's 3-1. Bodacious ball still throwing in the Thunderwolves bullpen. As Rich delivers the 3-1 to Hamilton, and it's inside. That's a leadoff walk for St. Mary's.
Number 6, A.J. Perez.
It's going to bring up center fielder A.J. Perez. Perez is 1 for 2 on the day. He had a 2-run home run back in the 1st inning. Flied to left in the 3rd, and then was intentionally walked in the 5th. He's squaring around a bunt, bunts it up the first base side. Rich fields, throws on to Breger, and that will be in time to retire A.J. Perez. On the play, Derek Hamilton will move down to 2nd, so sacrifice bunt is good. And that'll bring up 3rd baseman Matt Smith. Smith is 1 for 3. A 2-run single in his last at bat. First pitch to him is low for a ball. Smith also flying out to left in the 1st, grounded out to 3rd base in the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch, and good breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-1 the count now on Smith. CSU-Pueblo will have Chavez, Godman, and Vigil due up in the top of the 8th inning. 1-1 pitch to Smith, and he chases that one in the dirt, swings through it. Good block by Cebulski. Count 1-2 now. Thunderwolves will look to come back for the 3rd straight game. A win would send them on to the championship game tomorrow. 1-2 pitch is outside. Even with the loss, CSU-Pueblo will still be alive in the tournament. They're going to play tomorrow at noon regardless. The difference will be if they lose, tomorrow's game at noon will be for a chance to go to the championship game. 2-2 pitches fouled at home plate. So a loss, and they would need one more win tomorrow in order to play for the championship. A win tonight puts them directly into the championship game. Either way, they're going to play the 3-seed Angelo State, who they beat on Thursday, 9-8. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that's down low. Blocked by Sobolski, and the count full now at 3-2. Hamilton at second base, 1 out in the inning. Rich turns to second as Richens was charging in toward the bag. No throwback. Rich delivers the 3-2 pitch to Smith, and he swung on and missed. He struck him out. Big strikeout there for Tyler Rich. And Smith is retired for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Mario Maldonado, the second baseman. Maldonado is 1 for 3, had a single in the second inning. And there's a couple of ground outs in his last 2 at-bats. Rich looks back at second, delivers the first pitch to Maldonado, and that's in the dirt. Sobolski's done a good job blocking all these pitches down in the dirt, keeping that runner at second base. One-0 pitch on the way from Rich is on the outside corner, a called strike. 1-1 the count now. 5 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for St. Mary's. No runs on 5 hits and 1 error for CSU-Pueblo. One pitch from Rich is hit out to shortstop. V-Hill can't come up with it. Gets by him out in the left field. Coming on to score will be Hamilton. And an error on the shortstop, Daniel V-Hill, will give St. Mary's a 6-0 lead. V-Hill came on in place of the injured Austin Mascaro a couple innings ago. That was his first ball that was hit to him, and he was unable to come up with it. So an unearned run for St. Mary's. They have a runner at first base now. And Joe Hermanson, the batter, he hits that one out to third base. Manical knocks it down, recovers, and he's not going to have a play. Ball is hit sharply, came up and hit off Manical's chest. They will give him an error on the play. So back-to-back errors by CSU-Pueblo. Runners at first and second now. For Keith Funk, the catcher. Funk's 1 for 2. He's got a single, and he's also laid down a sacrifice bunt. So 3 errors now for each team. First pitch to Funk is inside for a ball. Rich takes a look at second, will deliver the 1-0 to Funk, and that's in there for a called strike. The 1-1 pitch from Rich, and that ball is chopped slowly to third. Charging is Manical. Fields throws. Not going to be in time as Funk will beat out an infield hit. Not hit hard. Manical did all he could. So after 2 errors and an infield single, the bases are loaded now with 2 outs. For the 9-hole hitter, Jacob Marler. In correction, there's gonna be a pinch hitter. Pinch hitter will be number 18, Bryce Brandel. Brandel on the season. He's made 34 starts for St. Mary's, so often used player. He's got a .319 average, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs. Obviously did not start in this game. Takes the first pitch from Rich for a ball. 38 hits and 119 at-bats for Brandel. Batting with the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 pitch is chopped foul up the first base line, and the count's even now, a ball and a strike. Dunwich can't afford to give up any more runs, already trailing 6-0. And with just 6 outs left to work with. The 1-1 pitch to Brandel is on the outside corner. Rich ahead in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch, a high chop up the middle. Vigil fields, throws on to first base in time to get Brandel by a step, and that'll do it for St. Mary's here in the bottom of the 7th. They do get 1 unearned run on the inning on 1 hit. 2 CSU-Pueblo errors, 3 runners left on base. We're heading to the 8th inning. CSU-Pueblo needs a comeback. They trail 6-0. Lawrence Chavez, the 9-hole hitter, due up here to start off the 8th inning for CSU-Pueblo. Chavez had a bunt single in the 3rd inning. And then was retired in his last at bat in the 5th. As he popped up a bunt at home plate and was called for batter interference. Cole Habner, still on the hill for St. Mary's. He's been a tough candidate. He's given up 5 hits, has not walked a batter yet, struck out 3. He's thrown 85 pitches through the first 7 innings. And the first pitch to Chavez is out of the zone for a ball. Chavez, Godman, and Vigil due up for CSU-Pueblo. And 1-0 pitch is low for a ball. 2-0 the count. Chavez trying to get aboard to start this 8th inning. 2-0 pitch, up high. Count 3-0 now on Lawrence Chavez. Trailing 6-0. CSU-Pueblo needs base runners. And the 3-0 pitch Misses, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Lawrence Chavez to start off this 8th inning. And they'll bring up top of the lineup in Jordan Godman. Godman 0 for 3. He's got a couple of strikeouts. And a fly out to center. On a nice diving play by A.J. Perez. That was back in the 3rd inning. First pitch to Godman, trying to bunt his way aboard, and bunts it foul behind home plate. Vigil on deck. Be his first at bat of the game. He came in as a defensive substitution. 0-1 to Godman is outside for a ball. 1-1 the count now. St. Mary's with some bullpen action. Garrett McKenzie back up and throwing. He was throwing a couple innings ago. 1-1 pitch, and Godman out in front of that off-speed pitch, and he fouls it back behind home plate, and he's down in the count now, 1-2. Godman hasn't had his normal good swings against this tough left-hander. He's down the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Struck him out, and Godman is retired for the first out of the inning. I'm going to bring up Vigil. Vigil making his first at bat of this tournament.
Number 1, Daniel Vigil.
Vigil on the season, a .273 hitter. Again, no home runs, 17 RBIs. 21 hits and 77 at bats for Vigil on the year. Heidner's going to throw to first base. Chavez back without a slide. Mike Wagner on deck. Followed by Menacall and Breger. 3 tough hitters in a row. Coming up for CSU-Pueblo. Vigil needs to try and work his way on here any way he can. First pitch to Vigil. He is in there for a called strike. And Vigil looked like he thought that was a little low. So did the Thunderwolves dugout. But it's 0-1 the count now on the 0-1 pitch. That ball is lined. It's going to get through into right field, a base hit. Vigil singles with 1 out. Chavez will stop at second base. So CSU-Pueblo with 2 on and 1 out now for Mike Wagner.
Number 34, Mike Wagner.
Wagner 1 for 3. He had a single back in the first inning. He lined out to left in the 4th and then grounded out to shortstop in the 6th inning. CSU-Pueblo trailing 6-0, needs to try and chip away at this deficit. Heibner is going to step off the rubber. Now back on. And he's going to step off once again, and he wants his catcher Funk to come out and have a talk with him as they look to get on the same page regarding their signs. And there's going to be a visit to the mound by one of the members of the St. Mary's coaching staff. Can't tell if that's head coach Charlie Miggle or not, but Not having a word with Heibner. McKenzie still throwing down in the bullpen for the Rattlers. Big spot here for CSU-Pueblo. If they want to get back in this game, going to need to get some runs in here. Runners at first and second, one out. Their 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. First pitch to Wagner is up high for a ball. Wagner certainly with home run power. So good at driving runs in. Pitch to Wagner. That's fly to right field. Coming over toward the line is the right fielder Jones. He's going to make the catch in foul territory. And Wagner's retired. Big out there for Heibner. So 2 away in the inning, and Manny Menacall coming to the plate. Menacall on the day is 0 for 3. Couple ground outs to short. He did reach on an error back in the 4th inning. Menacall hitting .384 with runners in scoring position. He's going to call time at home plate. Now he's back in the box. Chavez at second base, Vigil at first. 2 outs. We're in the top of the 8th. St. Mary's leading the Thunderwolves 6-0. First pitch to Menacall is misses for a ball. Dominic Breger, the first baseman, waiting on deck. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike at the knees. 1-1 the count now on Menacall. CSU-Pueblo has Bodacious Ball up in their bullpen. We'll see if he comes on in the bottom half of this inning. Throw back to second. Chavez diving back in. Nice snag there by the second baseman Maldonado as that throw was a little errant, but he kept it from going into center field. Count 1-1 on Menacall. Heibner has his sign, delivers the 1-1 pitch. And Menacall skies that one to left. Not deep. Going out as the shortstop, Hamilton, and he'll make the catch. And CSU-Pueblo is retired here in the top of the 8th inning. Pack, no runs. He had 1 hit. No errors. They leave 2 runners. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. Bodacious Ball, new pitcher coming on for CSU-Pueblo as they trail 6-0. Bottom of the 8th inning now. Bodacious ball, new pitcher for CSU-Pueblo.
Number 2, Scott Jones.
Scott Jones will be the first batter to face him. First pitch to Jones. Line foul down the right field line. Ball making his 14th appearance on the season. He's got no decisions, an 8.22 ERA. The 0-1 pitch to Jones, trying to bunt his way on, bunts it foul. Ball appeared in Thursday's game. Worked just a third of an inning, gave up 1 hit, also walked a batter. And he strikes out Jones on 3 pitches as Jones chased that one out of the zone. So 1 out here in the 8th inning. That'll bring up the left fielder Brooks Orton.
Number 9, Brooks Orton.
Orton 0 for 4 on the day. And he lines that first pitch from ball out to left field. Coming over is Chavez, and he makes the diving catch. Great play by left fielder Lawrence Chavez as he tracks down that hard line drive. It was tailing away from him toward the line. Full out dive, and that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Eric Hamilton, now the batter, takes the first pitch from ball for a ball. Hamilton 1 for 3. He's got a double. He also walked in his last at bat. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. In the 9th inning, CSU Pueblo will have Breger, Sobalski, and Richens due up. 1-0 pitch. That's hit out into center field. Coming on is Godman. He'll make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bodacious ball. So 8 innings complete. We're heading to the 9th inning. CSU Pueblo is trailing 6-0. Top of the 9th inning, last chance here for CSU Pueblo as they trail in this one 6-0. Dominic Breger to start things off for the Pack. Breger's 1 for 3 on the day. Singled in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 4th. Grounded out to the pitcher in the 6th. Cole Heibner remains in the game, looking for a complete game shutout. First pitch to Breger is a ball. The 1-0 pitch. That ball is lined hard. That's going to get into right field for a base hit. That's a leadoff single for Dominic Breger, his 2nd hit of the game. And Thunder Wolves needing base runners. Get the first one on, and that'll bring up Shane Fessel. Fessel came in the top half of this inning behind home plate for Sobalski. So Fessel making his First at bat of the game and of the tournament. First pitch to him is misses for a ball. Fessel on the season hitting .253. No home runs, 16 RBIs. 23 hits in 91 at-bats. The 1-0 up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. McKenzie, who's been up throwing now for several innings, still warming up in the St. Mary's bullpen, as the 2-0 pitch is in the dirt, and Fessel now way ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. Shane Richens waiting on deck for the Thunderwolves. Now the 3-0, and that hits Fessel. So he is aboard, putting runners at first and second now with nobody out for Richens. Richens is 1 for 3. With a single back in the 5th inning, his lone hit of the day. And it looks like that could be it for Cole Heibner. His head coach, Charlie Miggle, is making his way out toward the mound. Doesn't look like he's made the motion yet. And he's going to leave them in. Heibner up to 106 pitches on the day. Has a 6-run lead, so a bit of a cushion to work with. So Richens digs in. Runners at first and second, nobody out. St. Mary's leading in this one 6-0. We're in the top of the 9th. First pitch to Richens is in there for a called strike. Tyler Landreth, the DH, waiting on deck. The 0-1 to Richens is down and in for a ball. One pitch on the way now to Richens. And that's down low. 2 balls and a strike now on Richens. CSU-Pueblo will take base runners any way they can. Trailing in this one 6-0. Time is called at home plate. Richens ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Heibner delivers the pitch. Richens swings up, pops it into shallow right field. Coming on is the right fielder Jones, and he will make the catch. And that's 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Richens retired, and that'll bring up Tyler Landreth. Landreth on the day is 1 for 3. And a single to right field back in the 5th inning. First pitch to Landreth is in there for a called strike. The 0-1 now to Landreth. Swung on, lined out into right center field. But Jones coming over, fighting the lights, and is going to make the catch. Landreth hit it hard, but Jones able to track it down in right center field, and that's 2 outs here in the 9th inning. And Lawrence Chavez, the last hope for CSU-Pueblo. Chavez 1 for 2 on the day, has got a bunt single, and is also walked. Pack down to their last out. First pitch to Chavez is in there for a called strike. Heimner up to 113 pitches. Is looking for the complete game shutout. Heimner's not thrown a complete game this season. And it looks like he's going to do it here as Chavez hits that one in the air on the infield. Second baseman Maldonado will make the catch, and that'll do it for the ball game. St. Mary's wins 6-0, and they stay alive here in this regional tournament. They advance to tomorrow's championship game. CSU Pueblo will now play Angelo State in an elimination game tomorrow at noon, with the winner of that contest advancing to play St. Mary's in the title game at 3:30. So final score once again from today's game, St. Mary's 6, CSU Pueblo nothing. St. Mary's 6 runs on 12 hits, 3 errors. Thunderwolves no runs on 7 hits, and they also committed 3 errors. So once again, CSU Pueblo will take on Angelo State, the number 3 seed, tomorrow at noon right here at Simplizio Field. Join us again tomorrow for that broadcast. Be sure to go to GoThunderwolves.com for the audio link, as well as video link, live stats, and all your information on Pack Baseball. My name is Dwayne Groff. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. Hope you have a good rest of your Saturday evening, and we hope to have you back again tomorrow for the remainder of this NCAA South Central Region Tournament. Have a good night, everybody.